At present time, also Western Massachusetts, some small group of people are studying 1 week program, just parallel way. That the studies is being made by together with AIDS people, AIDS friends who are suffering AIDS. They were also getting better and better by practicing macrobiotics. So now doctors and scientists, they made the association, some team, under the initiative, my son, Michio Kushi, the making research work. That began. 1 year later, together with periodical studies of their conditions, if show definitely scientifically and medically improvement, which I trust to be, will be, then that is a solution for AIDS. AIDS is not as everyone is thinking, there is not the disease that has no solution. AIDS definitely has a solution. So cancers, so heart disease, so arthritis, etc. That all comes to ourselves, our day-to-day life, day-to-day thinking, day-to-day eating. That is all the cause, including our day-to-day behaviors. In other words, if we are the good boy, good girl, God will take care. If we are bad boy, bad girls, then God doesn't take care. The very simple that way this universe is going on. We studied, especially macrobiotic friends who have been long time studied, everything is moving spiralically, spirals. Tree grows spiralically, plants grow spiralically. And our body also spiralically grow from these spirals. Same thing, these spirals, these spirals. And the same thing, the galaxy, all spirals. Same thing, cells. Same thing, everything moves spiralically. Right? That is our universal phenomena. Everything moves spirally. Same things, our histories move spirally. Perhaps many friends recall book of macrobiotics or past lectures, the spiral of history. That spiral history, very summarizing. Ancient world, which began about 32nd century BC and about 4th century AD, together with the end of Roman Empire. Then went to the medieval age. That medieval age governed the Christianity in Europe, and that goes up to the 16th centuries. Then furthermore goes, this is so-called modern age. That comes until 19th century. Then that goes to the present time, and then future. As you see, the spiralically, epoch becoming shorter and shorter and shorter. 3 times longer than the next age, next period. And medieval age is about 12 centuries. Modern age, about 4 centuries. Then this about 100 years. 100 or 120 years, towards the late 20th centuries. Then furthermore goes another 40 years or so, or maximum 50 years, until the end of the world, until the end of these huge spirals. This goes centripedality. And so speed is becoming more and more speed up. And energy is become more and more they concentrate toward the centers. That makes civilizations using energy, using fire, becoming more and more prosperous. Everyone becoming busier and busier and busier, except this 1 week. And everything is using high energies. And then towards the end of the world, by energies, abuse of energy, explosion goes. These kinds of patterns, same way like our body goes. When excessive fat, excessive the protein is consumed, high energies go, and that make explosions, like cell divisions, becoming like cancer, etc. And depends on kinds of food, depends on kind of energy. Some energy go up and goes periphery, like skin cancers or breast cancers. Some others go towards the inside, creating like pancreatic cancer or prostate cancer, whatever, or bone cancers. But anyway, this spiralic pattern of the histories, together with that, as you know, yin and yang, pulsating everything like this, heart pulsating, and breathe in, breathe out, contraction and expansion goes. Same way, histories, societies goes, contraction, expansion, contraction, expansion. What does it mean? That means energy powers gather toward the center, and centralization goes. Then next period goes differentiation or decomposition of centralization or distribution of energy and powers goes. Let's take examples. 16th centuries. What happens? Renaissance. Renaissance. At that time, from the very strong control of Roman Church and Christian kingdoms, that towards individual people awakening and sense of art, sense of natures began towards individual people. They are from young, condensed, concentrated powers or centralization. Now went towards in expansion. And the individual people start to awake for nature, for arts, for science, for various things. Then 17th century came. Then from individual peoples started to organize the kingdoms, various racial kingdoms, like the England or France or this and that. Right? And that goes finally the creation monarchy, right? Habsburg or Bourbon, Romanov, it's a monarchy. Right? From in towards yang. Went. Power energy goes. Then 18th century came. Toward the 18th centuries, toward the late of 18th centuries, from very controlled by monarchy or political, economical power, centralization. Because that became too strong, so explosion began. That is, began by like French Revolution, 1789, and the so-called democratic movement began. Again, went to the individuals. Individuals again started to awake. Then 19th century came. Then this individual awakening now start organize again. And again centralization in the form of industry. And from there industry started to organize. And cities gathering, people start to gather. And government is formed, law becoming strong, and the industry started to control. Then 20th century came. That industrial power started to control people's life, individual life, including food which you are eating outside, not here. All commercialized, industrialized, standardized food. Then begin from this young concentration, begin towards more individual people, again start to get its leadership. These individual peoples taking over leadership appear, already began. Number one, they control communications by each individual family going to have the equipment of the computer. And they are controlling, they are assembling, they are controlling, they are making systems of its own communications and informations. Second is that they again recover the cookings, home cookings. And they start to begin home cookings. So, cookbook is so much now popular. They're no longer depending upon commercialized, standardized food, but more home cooking. And that also goes, suppose now, medical systems, centralization medical systems. Patient need not to know their conditions, but the doctor say that is it, centralization. But from that, many millions of people now started to awake. And we like to know what's going on. What is really that solution? What is my cause of the sickness? And they are going to take initiative more. And individual people, individual family, going to have the administration of health. They will administer of health. Communications, informations. Communication, information centralizations. Then furthermore, like health administration. Then food control. Food control. By individual people, such as gardenings and making some vegetables in their backyard. And also now they select more quality of food for themselves by their own choice. And home cooking goes. And even the part of industries come to the home. For example, miso. Right? Now, the large factories making miso. Right? Used to be up to the 19th centuries, individual farmers were making miso. Right? Then late 19th century and early 20th centuries, factories started to make miso. Right? And then become big factory make and national distribution began. So same thing tamari soy sauce. So same thing pickles. Then now, we are now recovering that, returning to the more families, more communities, local communities. Right? Same things, tofu makings, right? Large companies making tofu, chemicalized, etc., making. Now, localized tofu manufacturing going on, right? And much closer to the home, individual home. Even you can make tofu making at your home. Right? The same things, like for example, if you go the rice growers, thousands of acres rice grows, okay? Like California, Arkansas, etc. There, they used to be with a big machine. This side they put unhusked, unhulled rice. Then coming out the white rice. Okay? We couldn't choose brown rice or 50% brown rice, 50% white rice, etc. Now, individual demand becoming stronger. And now we can have organic one. Now we can have brown rice. However, furthermore, that tendency will go. Tomorrow, maybe we can introduce some machine, that is the unhurling machine, okay, which can be used in every families. That means big farmers' factories doing that process go to the family, and the family can use making from the unhulled grains to hulling. So individual families gain back more the food, participating more food processing. Right? Then furthermore, that goes individual peoples, individual families, the consciousness, right? Consciousness development. And when these things are completed for the basic life foundation, such as food, such as health, such as environment, or such as the mind, etc. Then from there, all united together. And the early 21st century, next centuries, will be formed planetary world community. And if those individual awakening is not there, forthcoming, suppose planetary world, the community will become like world empire and more like dictatorship. That will inevitably comes because of present-day communication, present-day transportation, present-day satellites, right? rocket, etc. No longer each country is not able to exist by it alone. All interrelated. So need world community. That world communities, if individual people is not awakening, then empire comes, control. Empire either by religious way, or by capitalistic way, or by communistic way, or by political way. Okay? But if individual people are awakening, which now going on its process, right? Then that world community or world central government, you may say, will become more educational and service functions, right? For the benefit of all mankind. Right? Towards that way, we must go. That means, number one, you have to gain back the mastership for your own destiny, own health, own future, and own consciousness. Not only following the information or the whatever which are being fed by mass media. And you must develop your judgment, your consciousness. Right? And second, you have to gain back. For that purpose, you have to gain back your own cooking ability, own family cookings. The third, you have to gain back your understandings of what is health, what is sickness. Right? From there, we must begin, together with the understanding of food and the food processing, actively participating in the food processing each families. Okay? Then, what is a man? Right? What is a man? You know that here, right? The trees or plants, whatever, this grow actually spiralically. Right? If this is not spiral, but when we see that the top, then that grows spiralically. The branch goes, etc. Plants is using earth's energy actively and expand. Stem, furthermore branch goes. Then furthermore small branch goes. Then leaves goes. Okay? And thousands of leaves in large tree. Okay? What is human beings or animal kingdom? That is completely opposite structures. That you must do this way, opposite way. Okay? Right? Number one. Here, in this case, here the roots get energies, nourishment, right? Especially together with nourishment, energies going this way. Now, when you do this way, energies coming from universe, heaven, to head, through various vibrations, waves, and cosmic rays, so forth. We take in through the eyes, through the air, through the nose, as well as directly. Then stem. That stem is here, so-called chakra lines goes. Stem, which is the anatomically, right? It's not existing organs. There, again, earth force also coming up. The colliding place becoming chakra, here, and genital part. Right? That is section making, sections. Then from the meridians, energy flow going down. Meridians, about 12 major meridians throughout the body. Such as, like here, the coming lung meridians. Here, then large intestine meridians. Then that heart governor meridian, chakra lines. Also these triple heaters, also chakra lines. Here are the heart meridians. Here are the small intestine meridians that goes, right? Meridian goes to the end of the body. Meanwhile, that meridian, that means branches, okay? Furthermore branch out towards inside, not towards outside like plants, towards outside, towards inside. And then, furthermore, that's branched out. Eventually become trillions branch out, but towards inside. Then leaves comes. Now, towards inside leaf arises. So that leaf is not expanded, like we call cells. Cells. Okay. So that go towards inside, like that. Okay? Towards inside. And each leaf is becoming cells. Okay? Right? Okay. That is the human structures. Right? So that human structures, each cell is you can consider leaves. Suppose these leaves, branch and branch, is the making balance. Same thing as this leaf, that leaf making balance. Or this leaf making balance. As a whole, right, the balancing goes of energy. And here we receive energies. We go to meridians and we form, energize, right, feeding energies to the all cells. Right. All cells, trillions of cells, individual cells, together with the next one making balance. As a whole in the organ, suppose one organ, also making balance. And that organ is making the balance with another organs. Those organs also making balance with all bodies and with other organs, other systems. So, if we take out one organ, then not only that organs, but also whole bodies, balance become collapse, okay? Chaos. As if these trees cut out, right, one branch. Okay? Then this, right, unbalance. Naturally, the energy flow may go excessively this way, or may stagnate around here, right, etc. Various things comes. Right? Together with, I suppose, cell sickness, such as cancer or whatever, cell sickness. Right? That is like leaf sickness. If this becomes sick, what do we do? If trees leave sick, then yes, if we cut off this, then no more sick. But this becomes distorted. Instead, while this is recoverable, if we feed, right, good nourishment through the soils, then this go and eventually comes just again fresh. Right? The same way, if we become troubles, okay, some cells or some organs, then instead of cut out, if that can be recoverable, okay, then we should do giving good nourishment and energies and making fresh again. Right? But if that is not recoverable, then okay, very unfortunate, we may need to cut out. etc. In that sense, medical treatment, I do not deny. I appreciate very much for medical treatment which would be needed. But together with those medical treatment should be the moderations. And together with medical treatment or before medical treatment, we should change our nourishment or energies and try to refresh again, recover again. Okay? Then who does it? Okay? Who does it? That is patient himself. That means we ourselves, we must do it. Okay? There, we gain back leadership for ourselves. And why this becoming sick? Why this becoming sick? Because this nourishment is wrong to the environmental conditions. Then we must have to these environmental conditions. That means our temperature, our humidity, etc., our climate, so forth. We have to have proper nourishment. That proper nourishment in this plant, earth is fixed. But in our case, we choose ourselves. Freedom of animals, especially mankind, is not political freedom, not economical freedom, not the freedom of speech. Freedom number one is that man can control his own life. That is freedom number one. Man can kill himself. Man can make sick himself. Man can recover from that. Or man can commit himself. Commit death himself. Man can do controlling his the life by his own will and by his own management. Okay? That is freedom number one. If America, United States of America is based upon the spirit of freedom, okay, then not only political freedom, not only voting for the presidential campaigns, but also we, all individual people of America, must gain back its real freedom, basic freedom, fundamental freedom for his own life. Must gain back. Then, perhaps the macrobiotics can offer, right, to all people and all societies. Number one, idea that we make ourselves sick. We are not the victims of cancer, AIDS, etc., etc. Right? We create ourselves. We are producer, creator of these sickness. Okay? I am the creator of my sickness. Okay? I am the creator of my happiness and unhappiness. Okay? How? My day-to-day eating, my day-to-day thinking, my day-to-day behavior. When I started to contact AIDS people, they were so depressed. Okay? All medical people saying there is no way to solve. Religious people saying you are being punished by God because your behavior is wrong. Okay? Behavior means mainly, in this case, like gay behavior, so forth. Okay? And when they go to hospitals, nurses don't want to touch them. San Francisco quarters, like the police is wearing masks, police wearing gloves, They were afraid to be contaminated. And they were, in other words, untouchable. Untouchable. They were depressed, increasing every 6 months, double. 70%, 60 to 70% of people die within 2 years. There is no way to solve. No one knows how to do this. Meanwhile, various people don't afraid to touch. Okay? So they were so depressed. So what we did is first, how recover their depressed mind. Okay? Told them repeatedly, there is a way. There is a chance which you can do it. Right? And second, this is not God's punishment. This is you created this condition. By your behavior, by your eatings, especially eatings. And why they lost natural immune abilities? Because we have to share that. Okay? First, in mother's womb, they might have taken through mother some kind of chemicals, some kind of drugs. Also, after when they were delivered, they might have chemically, medically treated. After that, they were taken out tonsils. Many of you also did, right? Tonsils. This is very important one for natural immune abilities. Okay? And while growing, drinking milks, taking sugars, right? Drinking various soft drink, right? Instead, really sound, right? Complex carbohydrate like whole grains or vegetables, or good balanced minerals, right? Like unrefined sea salt, etc. Right? Now, present day refined sea salt, right? Okay, refined salt, 99% or more that sodium chloride alone. No trace minerals. And take many fat food, as many of us did in the past. Right? Many fat food. Okay? Because of that, the natural balance of the blood is becoming off. So like white blood cell, etc., those immune abilities becoming off. Right? Among white blood cells, also antagonistic two categories there. Okay? Red blood cell and white blood cell is antagonistic complementary. But again, white blood cell also have a two different one. One is immune ability down, another is immune ability up. And anyway, these become unbalanced. Then besides, together with these type of food, then various kinds of chaotic contacts, like sexual contacts, right? With the people who have similar conditions. Right? That's also accelerated. And then, like the not saliva, because this is more alkaline, but more acid liquid, body acid liquid, which creates virus also. That's also transmit. Then goes. So to recover A's friends towards sound natural immune abilities. Not the medicine which may be able to kill or encounter the certain virus which can be isolated. Not vaccine. If we take that vaccine, suppose after 2 years later that vaccine may be invented. But that vaccine, by giving that vaccine, more loss of immune ability may come. And also, by that vaccine, what kind of reaction comes? No one knows yet. Maybe damages more spleen, maybe damages to the livers, etc. may come. As you know, the chemotherapy. I do not say chemotherapy is all bad, but many patients experience by getting chemotherapy, nauseous, loss of appetite, weakness, or loss of hair, etc., reactions. The same things, by one vaccines or two vaccines or whatever, what kind of reaction coming? That really unknown. Instead, as the immune ability is disappearing, so why not we supply the good food and let them recover immune abilities if they were not too late. So we have tried to let them understand well, and now many gay friends are eating macrobiotics, especially Greenwich Village section in New York, and especially 40, 50 age friends are now began to eat good. I do not say all these friends can be saved. Some case may be too late. Some case may be not cooking right. Various case must be there, but I know majority of friends can be saved, recover. And then we know that approach is not a medical approach. That approach is they themselves understand they are the cause of troubles and they themselves changing. That means spiritual awakening and spiritual biological resurrection. That spiritual biological resurrection is now necessary for all mankind at the present time. All mankind. In our family base, individual base, society base, and world base. Perhaps you know, 100 years ago, cancer began to be more researched. Like Sloan Kettering was began taking initiative. At that time, the cancer was, many people believe, as well as medical people believe, cancer was infectious, contaminating, infectious. Since then, 100 years, many studies done, day to day now going on. The thousands scientists, medical people participated. And billions of dollars spent. Right? Yes, I agree. Some advancement of medical technologies goes, such as chemotherapy, radiotherapy, or such as the operation, etc. But increasing cancer is And now 1 out of 4 will be suffering, going to suffer by cancer and dies. And 100 years ago began spending so much money, so much efforts, yet no real basic solutions, only symptomatic temporary remissions. All right? Maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years prolonging life. For some cases. But no way to prevent, no way to control. All right? Breast cancer alone, for past 10 years, $30 billion was spent for research. Breast cancer alone. And that $30 billion and 10 years period, how much achievement was done? Only 1%, right, raised its prolongation, right? Prolongation of life, 1%. Meanwhile, how many animals being killed for research work, for cancer, for arthritis, for mental illness, for this, for that, etc. How many animals? Last year alone, 70 million animals were killed. 70 million. Mice, rats, the dogs, cats, etc., etc. The year before, about 65 million. The year before, about 60 million being killed, injected, tested, etc. Together with billions of dollars, together with throughout the world, huge research and hospitals, etc. goes, thousand medical people gathered and participated. How much could we achieve? I know AIDS research goes like that. The efforts for AIDS. How many billions of dollars future will be spent? How many thousands of scientists together? Yet increase, that goes. All right? Same thing, arthritis. 15% of American people now arthritis. What is it? Arthritis. They study maybe brain, they study maybe nerves, they study maybe bones, etc., etc. Various ways they study it. I appreciate so much those efforts, right? Those humanitarian efforts, and as well as those scientific, intellectual efforts. But no solution. What is arthritis? Meanwhile, population of arthritis increase, and only painkillers, this and that, it's a temporary control, etc. going on. What is arthritis? Someone becoming like that. What does it mean, becoming hard? Because he ate chickens, eggs plenty, so he is becoming chicken. Right? He ate plenty of cows, or beef, or pork, so he is becoming beef and cow and pig. That is arthritis. That is arthritis. In other words, these people who become arthritis did not eat human traditional food which made human beings like that. Then what kind of food made like this? Such kind of brain, such kind of bodies, such kind of hand, etc. But nothing but grain center, and then vegetables and etc., local fruits or the beans, etc., those food which your ancestor has been eating generation to generation to generations. And thousand years made these human bodies. Staying away from there, eating different way, naturally become that our forms, our structures change or become sick, right? Naturally. So, among properly eating macrobiotic people, all arthritis disappears. Right? All disappears if they eat macrobiotic way. Right? If don't disappears, right? That means he's not eating well. He's not cooking. He's not right proportions, etc. goes. Okay? Right? Or they recover their human status from chickens, from cows, from pigs. If you go Chinatown, many pig-faced people walking. If you go Texas, many beef-faced people walking. Okay? Right? This face is a grain form. A grain form. Okay? Grain form. Grain grow, right? Like that. And grain goes. Like brown rice or whatever, like oval shape. Okay? Human face like that. Okay? But if you see many friends here, some friends have chicken face, some friends have cow's face, beef face, etc. going on. Okay? All right. If you go Japan, many people have fish face. All right? Okay? All right. Okay. Anyway, okay. The most noble, most spiritual personality is coming by human traditional whole grains, vegetables, and the beans, etc., so forth. In other words, macrobiotics is now presenting to all mankind. Let's think over again our civilization, our underlying thinkings for present day civilization. Don't you think this is something wrong? Billions of dollars spent, many years spent, yet we can't do anything about sickness. Is it not wrong? Something wrong. Present day so-called intellectual scientific directions, way of thinking is, don't you think something wrong? Right? Let's reconsider again. Let's review again. Right? Present day thinkings. Right? I told Asian people, Asian friends, someday in the future, AIDS will be the proof that they are not infectious. They were going, if same type of blood conditions people, right? Eating 28 flavors ice cream and Kentucky Fried Chickens and McDonald's food, right? Oily, greasy, right? The various dressings, etc. Right? Then becoming blood and body condition certain way, those condition is making receiving virus or cultivating virus. And it's not the contaminating to everyone. If eating well, suppose eating grains and vegetables, etc., okay? Macrobiotic way, no contamination arises. So I am actively touching them. I touch the hands of the aged people, aged friends, or shaking hand, hugging, and checking their skin conditions. KS like Kaposi sarcoma, that black spot coming all over the body, sometimes in the mouth, coming, or examining. And I have not yet developed AIDS. Already nearly one year goes. And I didn't kiss yet, so I don't know. But anyway, right? AIDS friends should have the confidence. Right? Should have the confidence. So same thing is cancer friends. So same thing is arthritis friends. So same things, right? Diabetes friends. Right? Suppose skin disease, like eczema or this and that goes. Okay? What does it mean? Your body is eliminating excess cheese, excess dairy food. Okay? What is fructose? Your body is eliminating excess sugars, excess fruit sugar, or the cane sugars, chocolate, etc. Okay? Right? So naturally, when sun comes, that attracted out more. Elimination become more active. So become more fructose comes. Okay? Then some people say sun is the cause, blaming sun. I am good guy, sun is bad guy. Okay? I expose under sun, never happened to freckles. And so problem is all here ourselves. Then while that skin disease goes, that means very celebrating things. Okay? He is still alive, he is still living, and still functioning, body functioning go okay, nervous system okay, including autonomic nervous systems, right? Like sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay? And various circulation okay, that's why when we take excess, then go out. Okay? Try to eliminate. Okay? Same things. If you take more cheese, more animal fat, this and that, okay? Beef steak every day, right? Okay? Then we have to either discharge. But meanwhile, since fat is all making underneath of skin fat layer, okay? Then cannot discharge through the skin, that means no skin disease comes. Then how goes? Of course, from carbon dioxide we are discharging, urination we are discharging, but beyond that abilities, especially modern life, is not active. Okay? So it's not breathing actively. Okay? Then what goes? We have to go some way eliminate to save our life, to keep up our life. How do we do? One, if that is like milk, sugars, ice cream, right? Animal fat, make towards this up, okay? Making skin cancer, or making up from hair try to discharge, okay? Making so-called breast cancer from hair try to discharge, because this is discharging point, right? Like milkers, mother's milkers, cat. Another way is go down like especially that food is more heavy meat, heavy chicken, heavy eggs, then going down, cheese, etc., going down and try to hair discharge. Testicular cancer, or like uterine cancer, uterine tumor, ovarian cancer, etc., or fibroid tumors. From here, try. Before that, already vaginal discharge, etc., going on many years. Okay? But beyond that ability is more and more you are eating, then more and more, some way must do it to save all other major organ functions. Then furthermore, if we can't go this way, suppose man's case, boy's case, very flat, I don't know some of you, but many of boys very flat breast. We cannot discharge from here. Don't have the uterus or vagina, we can't discharge from here. They must go more gather. But prostate cancer lies. Or go towards the inside. And then towards the inside we discharge. In certain organs we discharge that. Certain organs accumulate and creating tumor, and there try to discharge. Towards inside, try to discharge. To save all other parts of the body. Okay? Actually, it's a wonderful mechanism going on. Okay? So beautiful, wonderful mechanism going on. Okay? But cause of these things is after suppose cut out, still cause remain, that is day-to-day eating. Then cause still unsolved. He does not reflect. He does not change his way of thinking. He does not change his way of eating. Naturally, still continuously goes, naturally comes reoccurrence. Okay? Goes. Same things, Parkinson's disease, MS, right? Multiple sclerosis, right? Epilepsies, any kind of physical trouble, as well as mental troubles. Suppose, please see that each other's right? Nose. Here, many friends and red color, red. This red color show your pancreatic activity is not good. Pancreas. Okay? That what does it mean? Pancreas secreting yang and yin hormone, yang, insulin, which make sugar level down in blood. Anti-insulin, which make sugar level up. Those things, like left hand, right hand, must work together right? Well. Then blood level of sugar is constant. Okay? But you eat, suppose, cheese, chickens, okay? Or lobsters, shrimps, okay? Or like any heavy high protein texture, like hard texture plus, right? Like egg and cheese, it's high fat condensed. Right? Then instead go this way, like sugar, oil goes this way, but instead go that goes gather towards center. Okay? And pancreas becoming now accumulating those fat and protein. Okay? Becoming harder. Okay? Then secretion of hormone now don't work well. Okay? Then what goes? Many cases, according to my observation, 60% of American adults, hypoglycemia, low blood sugar comes. Okay? And some of them hyper, like the diabetes. Okay? That hypoglycemia is so popular. Fine. From childhood, eating every morning 2 eggs, bacons, and taking the sugars, and also taking the fried chickens, or taking the omelets, this and that. Comes some years later, comes here. Okay? And then, meanwhile, you are taking sugar sweets, okay? Not grain sweets, not vegetable sweets, more cane sugar sweet, chocolate, right? Caramel, etc., etc. Then you become customers. This doesn't work well. And then supplying sugars, candy bar, you are maintaining blood sugar. So if you don't eat sweets, towards afternoon to evening, depression comes because blood sugar becoming lower. Because at that time, atmosphere go towards this way. Morning, atmosphere go like this. So at that time, energy goes this way, so okay. Towards afternoon, evening, atmosphere goes this way, together with blood sugar level down. Then becoming depressed, anxieties, chewing the nails, irritabilities. If husband tells something, then you say, oh, shut up. Okay? Right? And quickly must eat chocolate or candy bar, etc. Then, honey, you are so handsome, comes. Changing up. Mood change. Okay? Right? Nighttime feel very afraid. Fear. Nighttime, very fear. Afraid. And all these conditions making unnecessary defense system, unnecessary insurance, unnecessary police, unnecessary law, unnecessary the lawyers, unnecessary weapons, etc. Unnecessary carrying the 20 keys. Right? Okay. And all these unnecessary defense system, all of course, okay? Because you are afraid, fear, emotionally, because what you are eating is wrong ways. Okay? So, must release ourselves from fear, from afraid, okay? From various anxieties. Right? Always should be smiling, always should be happy. Okay? To anyone, we can say, hello, how are you? Right? I don't know whether hug or not, but at least we'll shake hand, all right? How are you, okay? And this making everyone friends, brothers and sisters. Such things comes from the human food. That is whole grain, vegetables, etc., etc., right? Grains, so the beans, etc., right? Not comes from cheese, fried chickens, steaks, right? Sugars, right? Don't come from there. From there, coming afraid, fear, anxieties, suspicions, etc., etc., right? If you suspect what I'm saying, that is, you ate until very recent time steak or something, okay? Or eggs. Okay? If you understand what I'm saying, that is you are eating very well for these months, grains, vegetables, etc. Okay? Right? Okay. Because I'm saying common sense. Okay? Common sense. Okay? Point is, five these simple problems, okay? simple factors, modern, right, 19th century, 20th centuries, modern highest intelligences, right, intellectualities couldn't find out. Okay? That is one of big mysteries. Okay? Cannot find out solution for various ailments, various mental illness, etc. Okay? As well as social problems like war, etc. Why present day mankind's highest intellectuality can't find out a solution? Okay? That's a big question. Underlying, therefore, present day modern world thinkings, which underlying all school educations, university educations, academic studies, is underlying there something which is very impractical, something very wrong things may be going on. Okay? That is, one example is dividing everything, analyzing everything. Okay? When you go cataract, eye doctors, when you have breast cyst, maybe oncologist. When you go kidney stone, maybe kidney doctors. Dividing things. Cause is one, too much cheese eating, or too much fatty food eating. That comes, become cataract. That comes kidney stone. That become breast cyst, etc. Okay? Cause is day-to-day hair. Right? But when this trouble goes, that's doctor, that specialist, that expert, right, goes. Okay? Then this is taken care, that's taken care, this is taken separately. Okay? Dividing things, analyzing things is making totally we lose the view of life, what is life, what is health. Okay? No one can exist alone without the environment. Okay? Without climate, weather, earth, heavens, and food, plants, animals. No mankind can exist without all these planets, solar system, galaxies. Okay? Same things, no symptoms can exist without whole body, what we eat, what the environment is. In other words, each symptoms has underlying all background of the what he is, what his behavior is, his life is, his environment is, and where he go, coffee shop every morning, or from where he is buying. This symptom is related to the A and P, or this certain symptom is related to the far away, the western coast, maybe chocolate companies. And that chocolate company may be related to the Wall Street far east. That Wall Street may be related to the somewhere the Texas oil productions or Venezuela oil productions, whatever, which may be related to the maybe MIT's, maybe scientific studies, etc. Unless understand the wholeness, we can't solve problems. That means this cyst is related huge problems. Cataract related so huge problems. Okay? So almost the problem is, right, the entire human consciousness problems. Okay? Then how then understand totality? Okay? in order to understand totality is, number one, we must forget about first, as a first step, what we learn, various data, various informations. Okay? Look with the baby mind, right? Child mind, look, sun, stars, soils, peoples. Okay? And try to understand by yourself. Actually, when I began macrobiotics, right, still I was very doubtful. Food, health, peace. What kind of connection is this? Because I was so brilliant student of political science. Of course, cannot understand. And so, still I was pursuing world peace problems from political view and from social problems, social structure change to make the world federation or world government, etc. Then, while I'm studying, anyway eating semi-macrobiotics, so began to wonder, even world government, world federation is formed, still there are many sickness, still there are many crimes, still there are many, right, the family unhappiness, etc. So this is only the symptomatic solution, no cause to make mankind, individual mankind, to the peaceful person. That is a solution, not by structure, control nuclear weapons, control by law, control by armies. Not like that. Individual mankind, every mankind of some billions must become, each individual person is a peaceful person. Then world peace naturally comes under any kind of systems. Right? So, in order to do that, in order to create most peaceful, highly evolved spiritual person, what is necessary? Reconstruction of humanity, or medicine of humanity. Then I wondered, where can I study? There must be some college, some university, or some teacher maybe teaching them. So I wrote my teacher, George Osawa. I wrote also my great seniors, like I met also with him, like Dr. Albert Einstein, and Oppenheimer's, and Robert Hutchins, former chancellor of Chicago University, Norman Cousins, Mr. Norman Cousins, who is now California. And there are many people. I questioned. They were all world federalists. Right? They want all world government, right, to save the world at that time, many years ago. Okay? I questioned, is there any way to study medicine of humanity? Right? They all agreed it is absolutely needed. But at the same time, everyone said there is no school, there is no college, there is no teacher for that. You have to study yourself. So I decided, okay, I'll study. And I gave up all political science, international laws, United Nations, and began to observe people. In New York, standing on the Hughes Avenue, Times Square, and every day watching people. Every day, thousand. How they walk, how they wink, how they express, what kinds of eyes they have, every day. While I'm sleeping, thousands of noise coming, night. big mouse, thousands of big mouse, wow, comes. Okay. Anyway, after 2-3 months later, like every day watching on the street, the cafeteria, in the subway, so forth, I really understood man is nothing but what he eats and environment. So-called hereditary factors is accumulated result of ancestors, what they eat and where they lived. Okay? DNA, etc. Okay? 1,000 generations accumulated result of what they have been eating and what kinds of environment they have been eating, living. Okay? So now solution. I found out. Right? That is, if environment there, we cannot change environment easily. We can take out sun, we can't take out this earth, we can't take out this atmosphere. Okay? So there, given environment is there. Yes, we can make this environment clean, more clean. Okay? Water more clean. But not so much can we do. However, there are absolute freedom which we have been given. That is what we choose, how we cook, how we combine, how many times we chew, when I eat that food. 100% freedom. Okay? So by that, someone becoming sick, by that someone will become high. Okay? So now, the key for the freedom, key for life. Okay? Then, beginning of all happiness is to master this, what you eat. In making balance the harmony with the environment. Okay? How much, right? What kinds of combination comes. Then when I saw all traditional way of family cookings, individual cooking now gave up, right? Given up, and all now TV dinners, that, etc., so forth. Now then, we have to recover, gain back our individual freedom. When you depend, right, commercialized, ready-made food, that means, I will say very clearly, you give up your entire freedom for your life. Now you are slave of others. Okay? If you like to be free for yourself, from your sickness, from your various difficulty, you have to gain back that freedom to control food day to day. Okay? Otherwise, you never gain back, never achieve, realize, free from delusion, sickness, difficulty, etc. Right? Never. Okay? So, before any freedom revolutionary movement, okay, social movement, women liberation movement, gay and lesbians movement, or this and that, etc., all that, beyond that, much before that, as a foundation of all freedoms, we need freedom for cooking, freedom for food, freedom for, right, gain back our family cookies. Okay? And if we do that, if we achieve it, then all other things follow automatically. Brain becoming smart. Okay? Skin disease start to disappear. 350 pounds becoming 130 pounds. Constipated, the intestines becoming more soft. Every day begin bowel movement. Okay? And this and that change take place. And you can sleep better, sound, no more nightmare, no more Frankenstein, and more clear view comes. In other words, you can achieve resurrection yourself. Resurrection. That resurrection as healthy, highest spiritual person from present day degenerated, no hope situations like age friends. Okay? Practically everyone must share age friends' destinies now. Okay? Right? Because age friends have no solution. But so cancer, so arthritis, so diabetes. Okay? Right? But by gaining back that freedom in your hand, now you get the solution. Then remaining things, how to use it. Okay? So you, in that point, now you gained the fruits of life. Okay? Fruits of knowledge, fruits of intellectuality, gained by Adam and Eve. Eve gave something wrong food. Okay? Adam ate that. Eve ate that. So they lost paradise. Forbidden fruits. Now, we must gain back the fruits of life. How to then manage our life. Okay? Then I know many of you will recover. Okay? I know many of you family become happy. Today I'm seeing that I saw about 10 friends. Many of them revisit. Practically everyone became so nice, recover. Okay? And not only physical, mentally, they were much happier. Family relation much better. And who did it? They did it. He did it. She did it. Okay? You know, they gained. They use now their freedom. Okay? Properly. Okay? Not placard, not political platforms. Okay? But they did properly for their life. Okay? All right? So now they are recovered. Okay? Now happy. Okay? Goals. Same things. I know many friends here will recover. Okay? And I know these friends will talk and spread, carry this gospel of life, okay? To everywhere, okay? Throughout the world. And through you, many 100,000 neighbors, friends also will recover. Okay? That new era of humanity now beginning. Okay? All right. Of course, many medical friends also join. Many doctors will join. Many nurses will join. Many midwives will join. Many also food processors, food producers will join. Many political people will join, many businessmen will join, though it takes time. But I'll predict it comes very soon. From now, 5 years later, you will see these societies, Europe, Far East America, tremendous change take place in thinkings, okay, for sickness, for mind, etc. Okay? And they will know, they will discover, yes, day-to-day life, day-to-day eating is the answer. All right? All right? They will come like that. Okay? That means you are now ahead. Okay? You are now ahead. You are now the pioneering. Okay? And so you definitely will, after you achieve your health, spiritual clarities, then please spread it. Okay? Guide them, inspire them, and advise them, and go with them. Okay? That is the way, the most sure way to make this planetary Earth into most healthy and peaceful world. Okay? And tomorrow, Father, we talk about like delusions, so forth, which we are being suffered so much with or without knowing. Okay? But for that, delusions, present-day societies, war problems, sick problems, there is a way to solve. Okay? And that key already in your hand. Okay? So please study how to use that key properly. Okay? All right? Through various macrobiotic teaching, through macrobiotic seminars or macrobiotic teachers, etc. Don't make anyone alienate. Okay? Or she's black, or she is Catholic, or she is Jewish, or he is a doctor, right? Or he is a sugar industry the owner. Don't alienate. They are also brothers and sisters. They are eventually may become cancer, may become arthritis, may become heart attack. Then they will become also macrobiotic. They will discover also the proper way. So they become friends. Okay? All right? Because this is everyone of the world, including Kremlin, White House, everyone's way of life. Okay? Everyone. A person, anyone who do not do this will all fall out. Okay? And the family vanish away. Okay? And all collapse. If mankind don't do it, mankind will extinct very soon. Okay? Toward the middle of the next century. If one person don't do it, that person will die out in miseries. Okay? All right? So this is everyone's way. Indian people, Soviet people, American people, Japanese people, Chinese people, everyone. Lebanon under that kind of the situation, war situations, about 3,000 macrobiotic people are working and helping each other in Lebanon. Okay. Israel, many thousand macrobiotic people now increasing. Okay. So South Africa, so Australia and New Zealand, many thousand macrobiotic people. So India, the Dr. Sakwa is here, Mrs. Sakwa also there. And Europe, practically every country, okay? thousand macrobiotic friends. Okay? They are working. They will share with you future life, They were your brothers. And you are your brothers and sisters. And with them, let's go together. And not only them, let's make street people. That's the ice cream shop owners. Right? That's right? McDonald's waitress. Right? This, and let's make everyone friend. Okay? Brothers and sisters. Thank you very much.